There was another article, again, in the National Post, how disappointing, and it was about how they're concerned that anxiety around climate change is causing suicide. And, you know, people will say to me, Sheila, no. Global warming cultists are not a doomsday cult. But it is absolutely a doomsday cult if you're going to kill yourself because there's some sort of impending apocalypse. And the article goes on to say that heat has effects on mental health, which leads me to believe that maybe they have the thermostat up a little too high in the National Post Office.
Yes. Well, it is really tragic how this has gotten completely out of hand. We found a few years ago that the Alberta Teachers Science Journal had issued an article wherein one of the teachers was advocating that his colleagues use the climate fright movie The Day After Tomorrow as a way to critique climate science. And that's one of the most terrifying movies you'll ever see on climate. And for an age group of, say, kids 13 to 15, it's terrifying. It's about, parental abandonment, separation in the face of a crisis, a killer crisis. And how can you send your kid home with that and say, critique this based on climate change? It's a movie, and it's not scientifically based, and it's horrible to put that in any kid's head, and that's what's happening. We just had someone write us the other day. They said the Calgary, their grade 7 student came home with some wildfire porn, wildfire climate porn in best schools, where this is the future. Well, if you burn a forest down, it's not going to burn again for quite a few years. So many of these things are quite ridiculous, and these kinds of notions being put in people's head as they grow up, feeling this burden of responsibility to save the planet. You know what? I'm a kid, can't even tie up my shoelaces. You get to university and you realize, wow, all these problems are so big and complex. Maybe I should just get rid of myself because I'm in the way. I mean, there's a guy in the States named Roy Scranton. He is a university professor and author. And he wrote an article saying that when his baby girl was born, he cried twice. Once because she was so beautiful, and twice because she was doomed. And he went on the article to say that, it's better not to have children, and maybe even better to kill yourself. Like, this is a horrible thing, to save the planet. How could he even write that in an article about his daughter? She's going to grow up one day and read that. So, people are taking this like way, way, way too seriously.
That's an excerpt from my weekly full-length show, The Gun Show. On my show, I take on the issues of the day through my Alberta conservative lens, and I talk to the real newsmakers the mainstream media ignores. To get access to my show and all of our other premium content, click the link on the screen to subscribe today.